The Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal was supposed to bring peace and closure. But here's where it gets complicated. Israel has just received 2 bodies from Gaza, which Hamas claims are hostages. This development has reignited tensions and raised questions about the deal's implementation. Let's break it down. The latest update. According to the Israeli Prime Minister's office, the remains were transferred via the Red Cross to Israeli forces and will undergo formal identification. Hamas stated these bodies were recovered in Gaza on Saturday. This brings the total number of deceased hostages returned to Israel to 12 out of 28. And this is the part most people miss. The delay in returning the remaining bodies has sparked outrage in Israel, as the ceasefire agreement explicitly demanded the release of all hostages, both living and dead. The controversy. Hamas has blamed Israel for the delays, arguing that Israeli airstrikes have left Gaza in ruins, making it nearly impossible to locate the bodies without heavy machinery, which Israel has not allowed into the territory. Meanwhile, Israel has accused Hamas of failing to uphold its end of the deal. The Israeli government has ordered the Rafah border crossing between Gaza and Egypt to remain closed until all hostage remains are returned and the ceasefire is fully implemented. This decision has dire consequences for Palestinians needing medical care or seeking to return home. The bigger picture. The ceasefire deal, brokered by the US, included the release of 20 living hostages by Hamas and 250 Palestinian prisoners by Israel. However, the text of the agreement has not been publicly released, though a leaked version suggests it accounted for the possibility that not all bodies would be immediately recoverable. The US has downplayed the delay as a breach, with President Trump hailing the deal as a victory during his recent visit to Israel and Egypt. Human cost. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza remains dire. UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher described the Gaza Strip as a wasteland, with residents sifting through rubble to find bodies and remnants of their homes. Meanwhile, violence persists. On Saturday, 11 members of a Palestinian family were killed by an Israeli tank shell, marking the deadliest incident since the ceasefire began. Israel claims its soldiers fired at a suspicious vehicle that crossed the yellow line, an unmarked boundary in Gaza, though the exact circumstances remain unclear. Historical context. This conflict stems from the October 7, 2023, attack by Hamas-led gunmen, which killed approximately 1,200 people in southern Israel and took 251 hostages. Israel's subsequent military campaign in Gaza has resulted in at least 68,000 Palestinian deaths, according to the Hamas-run health ministry, whose figures the UN considers reliable. In September, a UN commission accused Israel of committing genocide in Gaza, a claim Israel vehemently denies. The question that divides: is the delay in returning hostage remains a breach of the ceasefire deal, or is it an unavoidable consequence of the devastation in Gaza? And what does this mean for the future of peace negotiations? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This is a conversation that needs to be had.